Hi Gemz, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Dominique. I'm a preschool teacher, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some fine motor tips for your preschoolers. So if they're 36 months to 42 months, these tips are for you, but basically 3 and 3.5. I don't know why we do it by months, but sometimes it helps. But after 3 is just like, to say. So fine motor skills is really just anything to do with these bad boys right here. Fingers are very important. Their children really need to learn how to handle and control these. When they're little, they're just grabbing, reaching for things. That's great. But once we're older, they really need to learn how to do those little small tasks, because zipping up pants or buttoning their own shirts, or even when we get to the task of tying shoes, you have to learn how to do those things. But you basically, to do that, you have to practice fine motor skills. So I'm going to be sharing today how to actually get those skills and help your preschooler really use those fingers to get things done. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and stay for the video. And don't forget to like and subscribe and join the Gemz fam for more tips like this. So let's get started. I'm going to be sharing with you 6 activities that you could do with your babies at home for you to practice their fine motor skills. I'm sorry, I am like, blah. But so the first one is a button-up bear or a doll or anything that's not them and is smaller than them. So you're gonna get them some stuff. So make sure that the clothes that you're putting on the bear or the doll has kind of like larger buttons and snaps, or those are what we typically focus on right now. Tying and buckling is a little too complicated. If they're doing well and they got the button and stuff down, there's no reason you shouldn't just try tying and buttoning. But tying and oh goodness, brain fart is no reason that they can't, try tying and buckling. I'm sorry. Brain. But basically, have them put the clothes on them and practice getting them dressed. So buttoning up those big buttons or the snaps on the doll, okay? So that's the first one. It's really simple. Sometimes I have them do it on themselves with like costumes and things like that. But you can do it on a bear or a doll, like I said, and just have them practice. And just like act like you're playing parent. And just say, oh, look what a good parent you are. Just encourage them like, oh, let's get them dressed. Or they love doing that because that's what they see you doing. So they're going to want to imitate you. So for the second one, make a necklace or a bracelet. I know that some men might be like, no, my baby boy is not doing no necklace or a bracelet. But honestly, you guys wear necklaces, you guys wear bracelets. So it's really no problem with them trying to do this. And anyways, this is a fun necklace anyways. So yeah, you can use just a shoestring because it's just practice. It don't have to be like glamorous or anything. You could just cut up plastic shoestrings. I mean, not shoestring. Goodness, my brain today. You can... You can cut up soda straws. Straws is what I meant. Cut up straws into pieces to put onto the shoestring. Okay, a lot of S's there. Or you can just cut anything really. I mean, put spaghetti noodles or something and make a spaghetti noodle necklace. I mean, it doesn't have to be like, but just something around the house. I mean, honestly, you can make a lesson plan out of literally anything if you put your mind to it. So basically, you're going to do that, and then you just tie the ends, and then they have a necklace. And that just really helps them concentrate, that hand-eye coordination on putting one thing onto something else while they're holding the other. is just really good practice on them focusing on where to put things. Okay. So for the third one, it's called picking peas. I don't do this one too much because I don't typically buy peas myself. But in picking peas, you basically will grab peas and have them search for the peas inside once you open it. And then you give them their own container to put them in. And them having to pick it out and open it and figure that out. That's great hand practice, okay, guys? So it's really short, sweet, and then you can make it into an eating thing as well. So it's like, yay, snack time, but let's practice our fine motor skills while we're getting snack or whatever. The next, the fourth activity that I recommend to practice your fine motor skills is Sidewalk Artist. Make your child an artist. You can't really do that right now, but once summer hits in springtime, this is a golden activity. You can use sidewalk chalk, but if you don't like the mess, like I don't really care for the mess, like they tap, they brush it on their clothes, and it's just a whole mess. You can use water. Give them a paintbrush in a bucket of water and have them just go at it. Painting your fence in the backyard, painting the sidewalk, just anything, or even just the porch. And then you can make a mystery lesson too. Where did your picture go? What happened to it? And then that could be a whole different science lesson too, and just like get to talk about the sun and how it dries up the water and H2O, all that good stuff. But that's another great way because they're creating their art. They're using their skills to hold that paintbrush and learn to make something with it. We're really trying to get them creative and stuff. This will translate into when they're drawing on paper, okay? You want them to start trying to draw lines and circles at this point. They really got to try and get those down. So tell them that any picture is those shapes, and if they learn how to make those shapes, it's just amazing what they can do after that. So for the fifth one, so the next one is kind of fun. It's called List Maker. You can have them make a list of things they want from the grocery store. Have them either write or scribble, because we all know they're not writing yet, and scribble what they want or draw a picture of it and have them read it to you at the grocery store. This lets them try and create meaning to what they're writing and what they're making. So be like, what did you make? What did you write? What did you want me to buy today? And that's practicing handwriting and everything. And I'm going to sneak in another tip. If they're still not really holding their pencils correctly, the best thing that I've told all of my parents in the 6 years I've been teaching professionally, I've been in childcare for 12 years, but it's this cute little tip that I think is just awesome. Hold on. All right, y'all, I had to get my materials. So you get your pencil. Now, I typically use the really thick pencils for them just because it's easier for them. But if you don't have one, it's okay. Have them hold the pencil, and then you give them the secret object. A cotton ball. I know, it's crazy. So you give them the cotton ball, and you put it and tell them to hold it with these 2 fingers. And then that way, these are the only 3 fingers they can put on that pencil. This is for my fist grabbers, the ones that write like this. So you give them that, you tell them to hold it, and then they have to learn how to write with just the 3 fingers that they have. And if they keep practicing, they'll get good at it. It's gonna suck at first, okay? But if they keep working at it and they're learning to really, oh, okay, I can write like this, and how they have more control of their pencil, they're gonna love that because they're gonna see that they can actually make a better looking picture in a way. So that's my little tip. But yeah, the list maker is kind of fun, and it kind of gives them something to do while they're at the grocery store. You know, if you know, you know. Okay. So for the last and final tip, is called the little snipper. Now, I know what you're thinking. Like, Diamond, are you serious? Scissors? But you have to let them practice, okay? I know it's messy. It can get crazy, but that's why you have to do it while you're with them, okay? Hear me out. Scissors is great for building fine motor skills, okay? That open and closing action. Hold on, let me grab my scissors. This takes so much. You don't think it does because you've been doing it for a while, but this is so hard for them. If you want them to concentrate on something for a while, get the scissors out. Like, look at this. You have to teach them how to open and close it. Now, of course, I usually teach my fingers 3 to the 1. So I usually tell them to put 3 fingers in here. My fingers are huge, but theirs will fit, okay? And then the thumb goes in here, okay? Teach them that. This right here, this is so much. You see how my veins are moving? Theirs will too, okay? It is really helpful in building. But basically, what you're going to do is you're going to hold the paper for them first. And just have them, like, cut the edge. Cut the edge of the paper. They don't have to cut a whole line or something. Like, just be like, here, practice. Cut off the edges. Make triangles. Okay? And then just save those pieces. And then that could be an art project for later. Be like, oh, let's glue our scraps into a piece of paper. Make it a 2-in-1 activity. But also, what I like to do with my students, and this is like a small group activity almost once a week. You grab yourself a Sharpie and you start off with just straight lines, okay? Draw a straight line on the paper and have them practice cutting it out. That means they're literally just going to cut the paper in half. You're going to get those ones that go crazy and go to the side, but that's okay. It's practice. So if you want to do that and you don't want to just, after they graduate with you holding the paper for them and they get to hold it themselves, go ahead and write that line on there and say, cut the line so we can make our 2 rectangles with the paper. Okay? Or cut the squiggly line if they start getting more advanced. But just focus on that straight line first, okay? They got to get used to opening and closing those scissors, okay? And strengthening those muscles. But, okay. That's it for my tips on fine motor skills, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you want more videos like this, let me know in the comments. But don't forget to like and subscribe, okay? Bye, Gemz.